Welcome back to the CS160 tutorial. In iteration 2 of the tutorial, we will have the following objectives. We're going to take our iteration 1 code and expand it just slightly. We're going to add Java code to the main class to satisfy functional requirement 1. And in functional requirement 1, we are asked to have the program display a welcome message. I have repeated functional requirement 1 here on this slide. And if you read it carefully, you'll notice there's actually 3 parts to this requirement. First, the welcome message must be displayed at the beginning of program execution. This means that the welcome message must be the first piece of output that's produced by the program. Secondly, the welcome message must replace the placeholder designated in angle brackets by your name with the actual name of the author of the program. And finally, the welcome message must appear on a single line. The second thing we're going to do is we need to ensure that the program works properly. So we're going to run the program and verify that the required output, that is the content of our welcome message, matches the actual output. Let's go now to our Java program. Here's a Java program that we created in iteration 1. And remember, what we did is we filled out the header documentation based on a description of the program's requirements. And the second thing we did is we took the design, which was defined by the single class named Credit Card Payment Analyzer, and the algorithm represented as Java comments. Functional requirement 1 is captured in step 5 of the algorithm, display the welcome message. Well, to display anything in Java, we typically use some version of the print method. And in this case, since the requirement specifically stated that we want to display the entire message on a single line, we're going to use the print line method. All right, so we'll just enter that below our comment. As for the content of the welcome message, we're going to display that as a string. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over to our requirements and I'm going to copy the welcome message template from the Word document as the content here of the print line's single string parameter. All right, now I've completed the print line method, then I'm going to test it out. So I'm going to ask for the program to be executed, and since this is the first time I asked for the program to be executed, I'm going to tell Eclipse I want it to be executed as a Java program. Well, there it is. Welcome to the Credit Card Payment Analyzer, brought to you by... Oops. There's an error here, isn't there? I forgot to replace the placeholder by the author's name. This is a bug. Okay, when my actual output does not match the required output. Well, it's very simple to trace the origin of the bug. Since I only added one line of Java code, it must be in the line I added. I know this sounds very trivial, but you'll see as we expand the Java code in later iterations, it's really nice to take this approach of adding only a little bit of code at a time. It really helps us track down where the possible errors might be. So I know based on the requirements I should replace that placeholder, your name, with the actual name of the author. So I'm just going to go up here to the header documentation and copy my name and replace the placeholder by that. Now that I've done that, and I notice I now have 2 periods there, I only need 1. Alright, now I'm going to take a look at it again, make sure it's what I want, save the program, and run it again. Oh, this looks much better. Now I've got my name there displayed. I note that the welcome message is the first and only thing displayed, and I notice that the content now matches the required content in functional requirement number 1. So this completes iteration 2. I now have a working Java program that satisfies one of the functional requirements.